we see our MC, Takayuki Hojo, who is doing everything to dodge his attendants and skip training. The attendants chase after him frantically, their commotion starting to annoy the officials attending a send-off party for Takagi Ashikaga. Tokiyuki takes great pleasure in hiding from his attendants among the horses. Just as he thinks he's safe, Takagi catches him. Takagi praises Takayuki's hide-and-seek skills, but reminds him that now isn't the time for games, as he's about to head into battle to prove his loyalty to Takayuki's family. Tokiyuki wishes Takagi good luck on his mission, but as Takagi leaves with a friend, Kyoko approaches Takayuki, telling him not to be so nervous around Takagi. She assures him that as the heir to the shogunate, he'll eventually be the one giving orders. Kyoko also hints at their future marriage, much to Takayuki's confusion. Spotting the attendants closing in, Takayuki dashes off, kicking up dust as he runs. Kyoko's attendant comments on Takayuki's immaturity, predicting he'll become a puppet leader like his father. Kyoko, however, sees no issue with this, envisioning a lavish lifestyle as his wife. Takayuki's evasion skills kick in as he hides again. The attendants, recalling a time he hid inside a chest for 2 days to avoid training, check the chest but find it empty. They leave to search elsewhere, unaware that Takayuki is hanging from the roof above them. He makes his way down and is greeted by his elder brother, Kuni, and they both climb onto the roof to talk. Tokiyuki's brother tells him that their father is ineffective, so it's best if Takayuki takes over as shogun soon. Takayuki asks why his brother can't take the position, but it's explained that as the son of a concubine, he's ineligible. Just then, the attendants spot Takayuki again, and he evades them with a daring leap to the adjacent roof. Takayuki runs through the compound and into Kamakura village, where he is warmly greeted by the villagers. As he enjoys the peace, a girl suddenly speaks up, telling him he's neither lazy nor a coward, just misunderstood. Her father, a Shinto priest named Suwa Yorishige, appears, having predicted Takayuki's arrival at the tree. Suwa claims to have foreseen Takayuki's future as a hero who will shake Japan's foundations. Takayuki, skeptical, runs off, unwilling to deal with the eccentric priest. Back home, he tells his brother about Suwa's prophecy. His brother believes Takayuki has potential, especially if a tragedy were to occur. Unfortunately, a tragedy is right around the corner. Takagi, leading his army, suddenly turns on his comrades and slaughters them. News of Takagi's betrayal reaches Kamakura, shocking the officials. Takagi, now allied with Emperor Godago, is heading their way. As Kamakura falls, Takayuki watches his family and friends die. Suwa appears, explaining he had predicted this tragedy and took measures to ensure Takayuki's survival. Takayuki, overwhelmed with grief, initially refuses to be saved, but Suwa insists on his importance. Takayuki eventually decides he doesn't want to die and uses his evasion skills to escape the soldiers attacking him. Suwa reassures Takayuki that his ability to survive is what makes him special, the opposite of Takagi's destructive path. Suwa promises to provide allies and tools for Takayuki's revenge. Takayuki needs to become strong enough to defeat Takagi before he comes for him. Meanwhile, Takayuki's brother Kuni hides from the invaders but is discovered by their uncle Munasai. Munasai claims to rescue him, but as they are spotted, Munasai betrays Kuni, selling him out to the enemy. Kuni is captured and executed, devastating Takayuki when he hears the news. Despair overwhelms Takayuki, who now believes no one can be trusted. Suwa, however, encourages Takayuki to embrace his survival skills. Suwa's vision shows Munasai surrounded by enemies but still protected. Takayuki asks Suwa to help him find Munasai, determined to confront his betrayer and reclaim his honor. Since Takayuki is so curious, Suwa agrees to show him around. However, it turns out that Munasai never achieved the position of power he hoped for, and he has been reduced to a beggar. Munasai complains that he didn't receive much of a reward for betraying Kuni, but this might be because Kuni was an illegitimate child. Munasai assumes he'll be treated better if he captures the legitimate child of the shogun. so he begins planning to capture Takayuki and sell him to the N army. Now, Takayuki knows what his first enemy looks like and understands that the first step to winning is running away. But Takayuki isn't feeling confident, especially since he neglected his martial arts training. Suwa assures him not to worry, as he has allies on their way to help Takayuki. However, these allies are busy playing Suwa's version of Monopoly, making Takayuki doubt their usefulness. Once the game ends, the allies introduce themselves as Kojiro and Ayako, the children of the Nezu and Matsuki families respectively. Both families serve the Suwa family, and by extension, the Hojo family to which Takayuki belongs. Although Kojiro and Ayako are the same age as Takayuki, they excel at martial arts, and Suwa encourages Takayuki to rely on them for help in his quest for revenge. Later, Shizuku asks Kojiro and Ayako what they think of Takayuki. Ayako finds him cute, while Kojiro thinks he's weak and is puzzled by Suwa's request for their help. Nonetheless, they decide to protect Takayuki since he can't fight for himself. As night falls, Suwa tells Takayuki it's time to face the demon after them, handing him a katana for the battle. Meanwhile, Shizuku realizes Munasai is on his way, so everyone gets into position. When Munasai arrives, he acts concerned for Takayuki, who plays along to lure him into a sneak attack. When Munasai asks if Takayuki is alone and suggests they run away together, Takayuki signals for Kojiro and Ayako to attack. Unfortunately, Munasai is quick enough to block their attack, realizing Takayuki planned the ambush to avenge his brother. Munasai didn't expect Takayuki to be this smart, but knows their plan failed to account for his strength. Appointed as Kuni's guard not just because he was his uncle, but also for his strength, Munasai plans to kill the two kids and cripple Takayuki to prevent him from running. Takayuki tries to defend himself, but Munasai overpowers him, mocking him for being too weak to avenge his brother alone. Kojiro and Ayako try to help, but they are no match for Munasai's strength, being children against a grown man. Munasai breaks away from them to target Takayuki again, boasting about his adaptability and willingness to kill for survival, just as he did with Kuni. With Takayuki backed against a cliff, Kojiro and Ayako try to aid him, but Suwa tells them to retreat and watch Takayuki work his magic. Takayuki begins analyzing Munasai's movements, dodging his attacks effortlessly. Suwa believes Takayuki enjoys being chased, finding joy in crises. This skill is more a heaven-sent gift than something learned through training. Suwa asks the others if they're interested in serving Takayuki now, and while Kojiro's opinion improves, Ayako just wants to be friends. As they rejoin the fight, Suwa advises them to create openings for Takayuki rather than protect him, trusting his evasion skills. Munasai loses composure as he can't land a hit on Takayuki, leaving him vulnerable to the others' attacks. They injure his arm, and Munasai uses dirt to distract them and escape. They focus on creating an opening for Takayuki, allowing Takayuki to deliver the final blow. Killing Munasai isn't enough to avenge Kuni and the others who died in Kamakura, but it's a start on Takayuki's quest for revenge. Don't forget to subscribe and give a thumbs up. If you skip it, you might end up like those attendants lost in the palace and still searching for Takayuki.